Hello and thanks for joining us tonight. It has been a little over 24 hours since 28-year-old DeAndre Gay was found dead from a gunshot wound on Macon's Ibex Street.
The street has a history of violence, 5 shooting deaths in nearly 10 years. Jasmine Lee joins us in studio to share more about what's happened on that street.
That's right, Frank and Lori. The Bibb Sheriff's Office says they responded near the intersection of Ibex and Chapel Streets Sunday night. While this is the first shooting death we've reported on Ibex this year, it's not the first on the street. I spoke with people in the area about Ibex Street's history of homicides.
Getting to be pretty bad over here on this side of town.
Kenneth Riley says living on Ibex Street is not what he had imagined.
I wish people come together and stop all this violence.
Riley's lived here for nearly 8 years, but he doesn't see the situation on Ibex Street getting better without some sort of intervention.
It's been going on for quite some time. There's been a couple of homicides that been going on back there on Ibex Street.
Back in 2018, Bibb County Sheriff David Davis held a safety walk on Ibex Street after a house party turned deadly. 21-year-old Montarius Duggar died from a gunshot wound. At the time, the sheriff's office said they received dozens of calls, especially because of a liquor house where alcohol was sold illegally. The walk was supposed to let the people in the area know the sheriff's office is there to protect them.
Let the bad people know that we're going to be watching them and to make a difference. Are we going to change this street with one walk on an afternoon? No, we're not. But it lets the neighbors know that we're here for them.
Nearly a year later, 62-year-old Willie Green Smith Jr. was shot in the head on Ibex Street. Investigators and witnesses said there was an argument between Smith Jr. and his cousin over $20.
People need to come together, but I don't see that happening.
Then, violence plagued the area 3 years later. Deputies responded quickly from a shot spotter tip but found 28-year-old Orlando Cortez Clark dead from a gunshot wound. After his death, the sheriff's office said they believe Tez's death was to help rival gangs get even though Tez wasn't in one.
Trying to see if it was real, you know, then it hit me. And I kind of went to pieces.
His family is still looking for answers, and Riley says after living by so much violence, it's time for a change.
It is the young folks. It's everybody. You got young and old, but mainly, it is the young people that's doing the violent stuff.
Now, Riley tells us he thinks the area needs better security and community gatherings to address youth violence. Back to you.
Thank you, Jasmine. The sheriff's office is still trying to piece together Sunday night's shooting. If you have any information, you're asked to call Macon Regional Crime Stoppers at 1-877-68-CRIME.